good morning, everyone.
Morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Hello. Good. It's been a couple of
Good.
weeks since we've been here at the holiday.
Yes, we've had summer vacations. We've had all sorts of things happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
So,
we have, and and busy with client work, so it's a good combination to have.
so Heather, you've been up in Washington State for part of your
Washington
vacation.
State, Oregon was amazing.
Yes, and then Ray, you have been in a variety of places. You were up in the mountains, and then where else were you?
Took the family up to Steamboat Springs, several weeks ago, and that was a ton of fun. Had a great time up in the mountains, and then next week going to the beach to Palm Spring or Palm Beach. So looking forward to taking the family to the beach. So that should be that'll kind of be the end of the vacations, for the summer for us.
Well, that's true with a lot of people, and a lot of people who are sitting on the beach, relaxing, drinking a Mai Tai, reading a book, are all of a sudden realizing, hey, there's things back at the office we need to deal with. And you probably get that little sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach as you're drinking your margarita or Mai Tai or whatever, and say, oh my gosh, our salary ranges still aren't correct. Oh my gosh, I still haven't dealt with that problematic employee who was there before the start of the summer season, and I have to deal with that individual. Or, oh my gosh, we're organizationally still not aligned. So all of those problems that you basically put on the side until summer was over, guess what? They're still there.
Yep. And then you add on top of that, the beginning of the year initiatives that you signed up for. It's like I'm going to do these four things by the end of the year, and then you figure out the end of the year is going to only be 4 months away. So if you haven't done any of these things you're going to be bonused on, you may need to kind of get going on that because that's going to be important.
Exactly. So this is our way of telling you, get started on those initiatives. And oh, by the way, if you need help getting started on those initiatives, we are available to help you. And we've been working hard through the summer. Yes, we did talk a little bit about vacation, but we've been really positioning ourselves with clients over the summer, helping them do a variety of things. We've seen acquisitions, we've seen new clients come on board that we're helping with acquisitions. We're seeing startups getting funded who we're helping. So a lot of things are happening. And if you haven't dug in and started to deal with the things that you need to do and you have a shortage of skills within your organization to be able to take care of it, we're here to help.
Yep, that's exactly right. I mean, we a lot of times, our CEO or CHRO contacts will come in and say, my CEO keeps asking me about this project or where am I on this deliverable, uh, and I've got to get it done. And that's when they call us, and we can kind of, quickly get it taken care of, and quickly, you know, get that off their list and take care of the CEO question, which is huge.
Yeah,
I think
exactly. Go
along
ahead,
with
Heather.
vacations, people kind of get a little lackadaisical, and even at work, you gotta spend time to prepare for your vacation. Then you come back and you're busy catching up for a vacation. But what about those people that come back from vacation and are still in vacation chillax mood and aren't keeping up the pace that needs to be done?
I always found that lasted about an hour in every job that I ever had. I was on vacation and come back in when I was that Monday, and I'd walk in, and some huge problem or some crisis or something would just smack me in the head within an hour. And I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm back.
Yeah, no,
That
so
glitch
true.
never lasted long.
So true, but there, it can get challenging for folks. I kind of see that. I have a front row window to all the activity in my neighborhood here. We have a park, and we have a school down the street, and of course the other side of the street, the community pool. So so you see just a lot of folks, taking advantage of, the beautiful weather to go out and do things with their family, go to the pool, uh, if you've got a choice between, you know, focusing on this difficult project or, you know, finishing up early and going to the pool, going to the pool sounds really, really good. So I think one of the things that folks have to really think about is, you know, prioritizing the things you've got to get done, and get them off your plate quickly, and don't procrastinate because it's not gonna the issue or the project is not going to go away by not focusing on it. It's just going to get bigger and more difficult to get done.
It will not go away. You are correct.
Yeah, no, it won't. And I kind of see that all the time. Just kind of folks just really enjoying themselves, uh, and then when I see them at the local coffee shop, later in the week, they look a little bit stressed. You know, chugging down coffee and trying to get things finished up and get caught up. So I mean it can happen, and you just don't want to get there, if you can.
One of my favorite places to go in Fort Walton, Florida, is we were just there about a week ago. Is the Red Bar in Grayton Beach, and I remember I was once at the Red Bar, and I was there with my family and a bunch of friends, and I remember getting a call from my boss while I was sitting there having a drink or two, in the Red Bar. I remember I had to walk out, and I was just sitting there talking to her about this problem that had to be dealt with at work, and it was not something that we ignored, but it was just, hey, what's going on with this? I want an update, blah, 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 because she felt like she needed to know more information. And I always remember that. Every time I go into the Red Bar, I always have this like really sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. Like, I love this place, but I always remember that call and getting called out and having to have a conversation with her. But yeah, and nothing sucks. I shouldn't have said that word, but nothing stinks more than being on vacation and then getting a call where something is going wrong and you've got to get involved with it, and your family's going, "What's going on? Why are you not with us?" And then your kids are like, "Oh my God, Daddy!" And I've had that happen a million times. Like, "Yeah, I'll see you tonight. Bye. Go to the room to work."
Yeah.
And that happens. Yeah. I mean, we prioritize work, and work is super important, and that's how we need to take care of ourselves and our family. So the more that you can do things that help you not have to be in those situations is better. And this is why we're having this conversation about how we can help it and step in and assist you.
Yeah.
And having a meeting before you go, prepare your teammates so they know what's going on. They've got everything they need. Things still might pop up. And, in HR, the employees are our customers. And the worst thing is you have a vendor that does not get back to you because they're being lazy throughout the summer is not acceptable, and our employees expect the same thing. They need the service, and they usually want it rather quickly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very true.
Exactly.
Very true. And the worst feeling, and the easiest way to kind of hose up your day on vacation is getting that call from your leader, your executive, asking that question, and it's like, oh my God, this couldn't wait. But when it gets important to somebody, it gets important to somebody. And like you said, Heather, the more you can do to kind of prepare folks and get them up to speed, the better. But yeah, it's not going to alleviate that phone call because you may still end up getting it, even with the best of planning.
Oh my gosh, how many times have I gotten, hey, just know you're on break, but I just wanted to give you a call that the CEO has a question about A, B, or C.
Yeah.
How many times have I gotten that call over there's the CEO? I'm like, oh, okay, what is it?
Yeah. Yep. No, it is. And I think the best thing to do, if you are going to disconnect, is like you said, Heather, is figuring out kind of where you are on different issues, keeping people informed, try to do as much as you can to close it off before you go on your vacation. But if you can't, kind of set the expectation that, hey, I'm going to be, out of the office. If you really need me, track me down. But, my plan is to finish off X, Y, and Z when we get back and get this closed out. So, I mean, that's the best way to do it.
And it can be frustrating too. I've been on the other end, and I'm sure you have too. You're on a team, and someone that's in a critical role is on vacation. Something comes up,
Yeah.
they've provided no information, no
Yeah.
notes, and now you've got to try to deal with something, and they did not prepare you or the team. And so then you have to do what you don't want to do. You have to call them because
Yeah.
you're in the dark on something.
Oh,
That's
trust me,
frustrating both
I've
ends.
made those calls a lot of times to somebody that was
Yeah.
supposed to do
Yeah.
something, and
Yeah.
they say I'm on vacation, and I go, I don't care if you're on the moon. What's the status of this? Because you may not be coming back from vacation if I don't figure out what this is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing too that that I'm starting to see a lot more discussion about is burnout. And
Mm.
and even with all of the things that have happened over the last 12 months and companies reducing staff, uh, folks have actually taken on more responsibility. Sometimes they're doing two jobs, uh, and that burnout is becoming a bigger and bigger issue in organizations. And and a lot of companies trying to focus on that, burnout, mental health, uh, and so just because it's summer doesn't mean that goes away. So
Yeah.
definitely try to focus on yourself, your well-being, and and the only way you can like here boost productivity and engagement is if you're mentally and physically able to do the work,
Mhm.
and that's really really important.
Well, that's why you have to be planful. I mean, that's why you have to make sure that if you're going to go out and you don't want to be bothered, you have to have everything, like you said, Heather, really buttoned up.
Yep.
This is buttoned up.
Yep.
I've completed this. I've completed that. I haven't completed this. Here's who you need to call. Here's my roadmap. Here's the plan.
Mhm.
This person is my backup. Blah 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 blah. You can't go out on vacation and sort of be, I hate to use this word, but I'm just going to say it because I use it to my daughter a lot of times. I say, you can't be half-ass about it. Like, you have to be planful. I
Mhm.
mean, remember when I got married and I was going to take 3 weeks off for my wedding and honeymoon? Literally, this is no joke. I prepped my team for a year. I said, I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks.
Wow.
I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. And probably about, I don't know, at least a quarter before I went out, I started to shut things down and let people know I can't take this on this project. I'm not doing it. Here's what's going to happen. Here's who's taking this over. And so thankfully, I had been really, really planful about how I was going to take 3 weeks off so that things didn't come up that I had to really deal with. Now, obviously, I still checked emails and I was involved,
Mhm.
but I really worked a plan to make sure I could be out for 3 weeks. And
That's
if you
planning.
really,
Wow.
yeah, and if you really want to disengage, just make sure you've got that plan. It can't be like, oh, going out on PTO and all the stuff that I was dealing with is still hot in my, on my
Mhm.
computer. You got to make
Yeah.
sure that you figure that out.
Yeah, and that's even more important because a lot of folks, at least here in Colorado, basically go off the grid. I mean, they go into the mountains and they're hiking or camping, and with no cell service type of thing. And
Mhm.
so even more important if you're planning on going out of the country, where you may not have the best connectivity, or you're getting off the grid and you're going to be off the grid. Even more important that you prepare your team so that you don't have 10 burning issues hitting you on the Sunday that you return back into the back home before Monday.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing worse than,
Yeah.
man, when I was a general manager of a hotel, it was my biggest pet peeves. I would walk into the lobby, walk past the front desk to then go behind the front desk to get to my office, and they start rattling off stuff. And I'm like, can I just at least get to my office before you start hounding me with things that you probably could have taken care of? And it's the same thing with vacation. It's like can I just walk in and get to my office before you give me the long list of things that you think they need to be done right away because I was out for a week?
Well, that's why
Right.
it's good to have us, because if you're going to be out and you need a project work
Mhm.
done, or you need us to be your backup on in a particular vertical or a particular space in your HR, we can do that. We can help drive the project when you're gone. We can do all
Mhm.
that. And There's nothing worse. Excuse me. There's nothing worse than trying to solve a problem with bad cell signal. I don't know if you've ever been in that situation and your cell signal doesn't work and you're trying to get on a conference call or you're trying to do a Teams call and people are looking for you to contribute and you're like, I can't hear you. I'm getting everything. What's going on? And people are upset. And it's a challenge, man.
Yeah,
and so you don't want to be in that. Yeah, if you're going to think you're going to be in a place with bad cell, you definitely better have your plan in place.
Exactly. Yeah. So important. And and even where you think you may have good cell connectivity, you probably won't. Just make it count on the worst
it's
case
Murphy's
scenario.
Law.
Count on worst case scenario, never fails. You could be at the best 4-star, 5-star hotel. And their internet connectivity is crap. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. But no, definitely like Jason said, we can step in to lead a project, make sure things are getting delivered and getting completed. If you need technical expertise, whether it's talent acquisition or compensation or employee relations, we've got the skills on the team to help you with that.
Succession planning,
exactly,
coaching,
all those,
payroll, implementation, and ongoing service. You name it, we can do it.
Exactly.
And especially like the end of the year, and people take vacations then. And gosh, that's one of the busiest times. The last quarter and the first quarter of the year in HR. That's your busy season.
No,
well, for companies that accrue vacation because they have to pay it out. Right now and at the end of the year, they're making people take time because especially right now when budgets are tight and people are really watching the spend within companies are going to make you take that vacation. So chances are you may be short staffed or thinly staffed and you may need some additional support as you have people, going out to take down some of those PTO balances.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you think about, the end of the year, from an HR perspective, it's, open enrollment and planning for that. It is, performance reviews and salary planning. It's end of the year bonus, payouts and calculations. It could be end of the year reporting, whether it's OSHA, whether it's 401k, benefits, etc. So there's just a ton of stuff that happens from an HR perspective at the end of the year. And that's another great point, Jason, that it's not just, and Heather, not just during the summer, but also going into the fourth quarter of the year. It's when it starts to get really, really busy. And we're working with a couple of clients where they're talking about changing, benefit plans. That's a huge undertaking. Even changing their HR, HR provider, HRIS provider, and those are huge changes. So, those are things that think about early, and don't start thinking about it in November because by then it's too late.
Call us now.
So call us now. Let us get your initiatives taken care of. Way before the end of the year, on your goal list.
Where is this ocean? Is this Cancun or Cabo? Where is this?
It could be whatever you want it to be.
It looks like it's like Cancun or Cabo or something like that. It has that kind of that rocky sand and those.
It's got a Cabo kind of look, not quite Cancun. But
never been to Cabo. I've been to Cancun.
And you've also got the it could be Hawaii too, with some of those islands that pop up out of nowhere, on top of Maui.
Yeah, the green island, and then I see the very brown island. So that's it's interesting. It's kind of like a duality. Like it could be Hawaii to the left, and it could be Cabo to the right.
Right, exactly.
Whatever it is, I wish I was there.
Yeah, I know. I wish my phone was. I wish my phone was being thrown into that water right now.
Yeah. Right.
No,
well, who knew there was so much to talk about the summer doldrums and HR? But we can basically connect most things to HR. But this is a good topic because this is really true.
It is,
and I'm glad we talked about this. All right, so if you need to, or you have a problem, or you want to chat with us about something, You could reach us at 888-393-3453. You will get one of the three of us. You'll actually reach us. And then if you want to reach me, it's Jason at Thrive HR Consulting. And then Heather, how do they reach you?
Heather.Simmons, that's with 2 M's, at thrivehrconsulting.com.
And Ray, how do they reach you?
Online.
That's Ray, REY, at thrivehrconsulting.com. Yeah, let us know. We'd love to help.
We are available and ready to roll.
All
All right.
Everyone have a good rest of
Enjoy your
summer.
summer wherever you're at, whether you're in the
Exactly.
office or on the beach or at the pool.
See you next week.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.